Hello guys and welcome to SteveKnows. We have some stories to go over about some game updates, some graphical improvements for the Quest 2, new virtual reality headsets that could change the way that we play VR games forever and more. So let's get started. So a quick note on SideQuest. For those that are into this side-loading platform, SideQuest have been saying for a while now that they want to find ways of helping discovery. So us gamers can find a variety of great content and also developers who would normally just be brushed past given some attention. Well, recently they just got a $650,000 investment, and one of the investors was actually no other than the founding father Palmer Luckey of Oculus. Thank you to Shane and Orla Harris, by the way, for SideQuest. Your names should be more commonplace in the VR space. Thank you for your efforts. So in SideQuest now, developers can promote their applications via the use of banners or feature app listings, much like you see on sites like YouTube, eBay, on news sites such as UploadVR. There will also be a developer-centric Discord server, which I guess will help create a developer community, which really helps in this niche space to know that you're not alone, have people to ask questions, people that can relate to your struggles. And they're also giving away an Oculus Quest 2 as a celebration, so feel free to enter that one. And also I have a giveaway as well for a Quest 2. There's so many going on now, there's loads. You can enter down below in the description if you want to enter my giveaway and also SideQuest giveaway. Oh, by the way, the Microsoft Flight Sim beta sign-ups are now open. I'll link you down below if you want to sign up for that beta so you can try this game before its official release, because I know the community love these flight simulations and this is an absolute doozy. So this one is a virtual reality classic from back in its early days, Waltz of the Wizard, a game where you can cast magical spells and interact with pretty much everything that you can find in the environment and explore crazy dimensions and worlds. One of the few native hand tracking titles available on the Oculus Quest as well right now. So this title is getting an expansion expected to be out 2021. UploadVR have speculated that Alden Dynamics, the developer of this title, may also increase the game's price when this expansion releases. So I recommend, if you're interested in this title, because it's also getting a Quest 2 upgrade, that you reap the benefits now and purchase the game early, because that way at least hopefully you might save some money. So this expansion is going to add something that they're coining natural magic, with even more larger worlds to go and check out. An official trailer has been teased by the developers as well, and in it we can see a castle courtyard, which is huge. There's also a labyrinth that is procedurally generated, so every time that you're going to dive into this labyrinth, it's going to be a new puzzle for you, so you may get lost quite frequently. The term natural magic as well is referring to spells that control the natural forces of the world, such as gravity, wind, light. There's also additional challenges that are going to be included in this expansion as well. A nice interesting add-on as well, that in an interview recently, Alden Dynamics said that they're looking into eye tracking in preparation for when devices, the new HMDs and new headsets, are going to be capable of it. So hopefully we hear more about that soon as well. This amuses me. Vive, they just keep pushing for their headset to get back into the running with their Vive Cosmos. It was such a failure at launch, with terrible tracking, expensive price tags, bad sweet spot in the lenses, and they didn't even support their own platform when it first released. It was a mess. And they've not really recovered from this since. Even their bundles for the new headset now have to contain old technology, their old base stations and their old wands. Well, they are taking another swing at it and are bundling their Vive Cosmos with the new laptop from Aurus, the 15G. This is available in the UK, Germany and Austria. It doesn't come cheap, so the laptop and the headset, the standard Cosmos, £2,500, and if you want the Elite with the old wands and base stations, that's $2,750. The laptop itself is £2,000 on Amazon, so you're paying an extra $500 for the Vive headset, and I personally would not go there. I think I'd get a G2, which you can get around for the same price. But if you want to get that laptop and you're looking at financing it, perhaps if you want to get into virtual reality, that might be a great option for you. At least the option's there. And speaking of the HP Reverb G2, HP is stepping up their game and they are in it to win it. The HP Reverb G2 headset, which is soon to be released, has already been given a great review from early reviewers, early adopters, and has shown to be some of the most impressive visual quality that we have ever seen in a virtual reality headset, a commercial virtual reality headset. Well, that headset isn't even out yet, and HP have announced another HMD to add to their lineup that is aimed at developers and the enterprise, but this has huge implications for us as consumers to do with games. So this one is being called the HP Reverb G2 Omnicept Edition. What a name. This headset has been specifically designed for training, collaboration, creativity, and personal well-being. The applications are abundant though, so when I tell you the headset contains eye tracking, face tracking, and a heart rate monitor, there's so many things you can do with this device. So it seems the leaks we saw a while back as well were true regarding this device. I wasn't sure, but it seems like they were right. So eye tracking can help you with collaboration. When you look eye to eye with someone, even if it's virtual, it has a powerful effect. It can also be used to gather data on user behavior, which enterprises may find beneficial. They like tracking everything, especially in training scenarios. There's also facial tracking, which is helpful for, again, facial expression in collaboration. When we're trying to solve problems, having that presence, being able to read body language is important. The heart rate sensor, again, the same, can help determine when somebody is experiencing a ton of stress when faced with certain tasks, which would otherwise be unknown because people will just keep their mouth shut. Oh, this is stressing me out, just get on with it. You can't lie with biometrics. But since this is aimed at developers, the application to me for this in the gaming world would be to reduce the difficulty of a game if a player was struggling when they are testing their titles. If they're becoming very, very stressed and increasing their heart rate, they can turn the challenge down so people enjoy it more and don't give up, because there is a sweet spot with difficulty, whether it's a challenge or whether it's just plain annoying. So if developers are adopting this headset, hopefully they're using it for games and they can use it for user feedback. They can determine what parts of a game people are interested in, what parts of the game are stressful, and then they can actually alter their development process to deliver us a game that we will be more likely to enjoy. So apart from those additional features, the headset is the same FOV, the same resolution, it's the same headset, just those additional features. So as well as this headset, they've also announced the Omnicept SDK, which just sounds like the future or the end of the world, or both. A powerful software development kit that can be used to gather and analyze user performance metrics from the input source, the eye tracking, the heart rate monitor, the facial expression camera. And this is what I was saying, this allows the developer to determine, are they maintaining users' attention during a certain part of the game? Is the user too stressed out during this experience or not enough? Because this is great to know. If you're in a horror game and someone's not really stressed out or there's not enough suspense raising their heart rate, that's something you need to know. Or if you want to distract them so you can have a jump scare, the eye tracking can tell you if you've got that distraction correct. So if you want to develop a great AAA title and you want user feedback, you can use these methods and use the biometric data instead of a feedback form after somebody's played the game. So this is a very useful tool in the gaming industry and of course the enterprise industry as well. So I'd like to see the difference this makes when games come out, when developers have used this product line in order to develop their game. How did it turn out? Okay, so Pixel Ripped, one of my favorite virtual reality games as a retro gamer lover. It's such a great fusion of old and new with nostalgic homages everywhere. But on the Oculus Quest, we were limited to 1995, the sequel of the game, and many of us were wondering, when is this first one going to hit the store? Well, Pixel Ripped 1989 has just arrived on Quest, but as a DLC for 1995, which kinda sucks. So if you want to purchase that, you need to purchase the sequel as well. Although you're likely to enjoy both, and you probably may want both because they are great games, especially if you're into the NES and the Sega Genesis era. It's great to see this game on the store though, because previously it was rejected and we still don't know why. So regarding the Oculus Quest 2, some games are already preparing their Oculus Quest graphical improvements for when the system launches, and some games have had some nice little updates. One game I can't talk about because Oculus got them on an NDA on how they actually improved their game, but we have more reports on other titles that I can still share with you. So starting with Gravity Labs, this game got a graphical improvement where the metallic objects in this puzzler are now glistening. They no longer look like a grey matte, but are reflective. It's a small change, but an improvement nonetheless. All of the magpies be like shiny, and of course we've got a resolution boost as well. Also, Waltz of the Wizard. This game's on a roll with its second appearance in this video now, but this time it's around the graphical improvements for the Oculus Quest 2, and there are a few of them. So these guys have been working on an update and they've added real bloom, which is to do with reflections. They've added additional light effects for various spells and objects around the room. There's a resolution boost for 150% more pixels, an isotropic Textures, which is where when you're looking at things at tight angles, they can become very blurred and less defined, and this fixes that. There's more objects in the main room, now the hardware can handle more assets, there's even more decor such as spiderwebs around. The Quest 1 also got some improvements as well, so don't worry, there's some additional baked lighting in certain textures now, so you will see improvements on your original system as well. Of course, there's The Walking Dead. You may have seen comparison videos, the graphical comparison on the Oculus Quest 2 versus the Quest 1, but this is expected as this is a Quest 2 launch title, so that makes sense. There's of course a resolution boost, anisotropic filtering, less foveated rendering, but there are more improvements, but I am saving this for a dedicated video to answer the question, how did they get The Walking Dead, Saints and Sinners to run on this system? Because that is a crazy question, and we want to see more epic games like this on the Oculus standalone system. Also, by the way, the install size for The Walking Dead, you better clear some space. 9 GB for a standard game and an additional 3 for the DLC. This is the biggest game yet, so perhaps you might want to look into additional storage if you're thinking about getting a Quest, because hopefully this is the future. We want more games like this, and they're probably going to be just as big. So perhaps future-proof and get the 256 GB. And there's also Red Matter, one of the best looking games on the Oculus Quest system. It's already a knockout title, looks fantastic, but it's got another graphical boost. So you may have seen videos from people such as Kaz and Sherry showing off these titles. So the developer has added anisotropic filtering to these textures as well. They've increased the resolution of several textures. The game's resolution, of course, 150% more pixel density. They've enabled dynamic fixed foveated rendering. They've also lowered the maximum fixed foveated rendering level as well. So the outskirts look much, much clearer, and it makes all the difference inside the headset. When you look at these videos, it's not as clear, but when you're inside the headset, it is night and day. It looks fantastic on the Quest 2. So that's it for me today, guys. Thanks for watching to the end of the video, getting caught up on the latest and greatest in the virtual reality space. Please join the giveaway. I've got tons of Quest 2 content down below as well. Go check that out. Please subscribe to the channel. Thanks to my patrons, you absolute legends, and happy gaming, guys. Good day.